Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending July 29th, 2022. Google backtracks on Android app permissions after outcry. Ever since app permissions were introduced in Android, the Google Play Store has listed all requested permissions on the listings for every app. Google started to hide the permissions section, but now the company is backtracking. Google confirmed this week on Twitter that it had removed the app permissions section on Google Play Store apps listing pages, but the company heard your feedback and has started to bring back the section. More recently, Google introduced a data safety section on Play Store listings, which are like app privacy labels on the Apple App Store, but the information is provided by the app developer instead of automatically generated from the app's code like the permissions list. Even though the permissions data on the Play Store isn't too useful anymore, it doesn't hurt to keep it around. See more at How to Geek. TikTok hints it may have transferred U.S. data to China. TikTok has over 1 billion users worldwide, with over 80 million in the U.S. alone. The platform's rising popularity in the U.S. sparked security concerns over the platform's data use practices. Lawmakers and think tankers fear China could use the social network to spy on the U.S. population and the military. According to a recent report, audio tapes from over 80 internal TikTok meetings at platform's owner ByteDance suggest that TikTok misled U.S. officials and platform users with claims that the data is stored in the U.S. and cannot be accessed by employees in China. Read more at Cyber News. Zuckerberg promises to make your Facebook and Instagram feeds even worse. If you feel like your Instagram and Facebook feeds have gotten worse, you're far from the only one. Many users have complained about a significant uptick in the number of posts they're served from accounts they don't follow, courtesy of Meta's annoying algorithm. With so many people deriding this change, you'd think the company would be working to reverse it. Alas, it seems Meta is instead doubling down. In Meta's second quarter earnings call on Wednesday, CEO Mark Zuckerberg made clear that not only is he aware that people's feeds are packed full of posts they didn't sign up to see, but that this is the company's plan. He also committed to make it twice as bad. See more at Mashable. A critical flaw found in popular GPS vehicle tracker. Researchers have discovered 6 vulnerabilities in the Micadus MV720, a GPS tracker made by Chinese company Micadus, which had 1.5 million tracking devices deployed across 420,000 customers in 169 countries. The vulnerabilities make it possible for attackers to remotely disable cars, track location histories, disarm alarms, and cut off fuel. The researchers, as well as the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Administration, have tried for months to engage with Micadus, but without success. All 6 flaws remain unmitigated and unpatched. These kinds of trackers are notoriously poorly protected, and anyone using them is advised to turn them off immediately until patches are developed. For more, see Ars Technica. Healthcare industry needs cure for data analysis paralysis. In a new study by Syntellis Performance Solutions, 420 healthcare finance leaders were surveyed on their financial outlook and possible plans for adopting analytics tool and advanced technologies in order to overcome the outdated systems and untrustworthy data being used by most healthcare organizations today. The study found that 61% still rely on outdated tools like spreadsheets and inadequate systems for decision making. The researchers behind the study suggest hospitals and healthcare organizations need to smartly invest in data analytics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning tools. For more on this study, see VentureBeat. So where should you store your recovery codes? You've taken steps to secure your digital services by enabling two-factor authentications. But what do you do with the recovery codes a service gave you to gain access if the usual authentication methods is unavailable? You need to keep recovery codes secure, but more importantly, keep them somewhere you'll have access to when you need them. Here are 3 suggestions. Option 1, print out your recovery codes. Option 2, store recovery codes in the cloud. And option 3, keep recovery codes on a USB flash drive. You'll find the whole informative article on this topic at How to Geek. This week's must-read on the Avast blog. Over the past few years, classrooms have moved to kitchens and bedrooms, and playgrounds have been replaced by online video games. The methods for making friends have forever been altered. Internet friendships are often more common than real-world relationships, and the future can only be forecasted as a complex mix of social media posturing, virtual chat rooms, and in-person awkwardness. Read the whole article at the link listed. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and get involved. And that wraps up this week's Avast Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.